What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Opps SportsCast, December edition. We are here live the week after Thanksgiving. We had our last broadcast on a Tuesday due to the holidays, but we're back here at our regularly scheduled time. And we got a jam-packed show. We're going to be talking about a ton of stuff today. There's a lot that just happened in the maybe even the last 2 days. You got Lane Kiffin departing from Ole Miss. Again, another departure where it's like a thief in the night, just kind of just leave up and leaving his team. We got everything from NFL recaps for the past week. This week we'll be doing MLB all-time shortstops. We'll see how the guys do this week and how they like the selections after last week's debacle. We got Chris Paul getting cut during his retirement tour, which is just insane. And then we have a lot more to chat on NBA and college as well as some MLB. But first off, how was everybody's Thanksgiving? How's everybody doing? Hey, let's introduce the starting lineup. Immediately to my left.
It's Josh from Eastside.
Yes, sir. And immediately below.
It's your boy Big Z.
And last but certainly not least.
What's up, everybody? It's Dave in the cut.
Dave in the cut.
In the cut.
Yeah.
Kizzy.
Fellas. A lot happened last week. I think, and for those who don't know, me and Dave are in like a chat, right? So he was losing his mind as the Colts were losing, unfortunately, this past week to the Houston Texans, basically blaming everything on me. So I guess, I just got to take full responsibility for the Colts losing this last week because he's there like, Beezy, you jinxed them. You jinxed them, man. They're losing. It's all your fault. And so apparently, I told the coach not to give the ball to Jonathan Taylor the last couple of games. And I told Daniel Jones to fracture his fibula. But shame on PZ for doing that. But man, that was a rough loss. I'm not gonna lie, man. I thought we would win that game. I knew it'd be close. That was a rough loss, bro. Dave,
It was rough.
other than just throwing me under the bus, what was your takeaways from that game?
I don't know, man. I don't know what we're doing, man. Like, aside from Sauce Gardner, like, showing that he's sharp and soft, I don't really want to get on the dude too much, man, because NFL injuries are NFL injuries. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to go at football players for having injuries, just athletes, period, because everybody has a different threshold for injuries and for pain or whatever. But I don't know, man. It's just like it seems like we've forgotten what our weapons are. Like Jonathan Taylor, like he's the beast of the league. I don't care what anybody else says. There's people out there throwing other comparisons saying, "Oh, this running back he's the best running back, in the league." To me, it's Jonathan Taylor, and I have no idea why we got away from the running game. Like I just pound JT, man. You know what I mean? It's crazy to me. So I don't know what the OC is thinking lately. Um, I us being brothers of faith. Like back in the day, I was super superstitious when I played baseball. And there were certain things there's certain routines and certain things that I would do, and certain things that I wouldn't do, certain things I wouldn't say. And so I'm not going to throw superstition into this whole thing, man. But I think that, not us, I think you, Peasy, waxing poetic about Indiana Jones and, the Colts are, they're the staple and nobody does stuff like the Colts. I'm like, here we go. It's like,
When did I ever say that though?
here comes the here at week 8. I'm like, here comes the 2-8 run for the end of the season here. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like at some point we got overconfident, and now Daniel Jones, he looks completely like one dimensional. He's got this fibula thing going on, and for whatever reason, I mean, they don't want to put Richardson in, and I think it's because they're afraid he might get tired. So
Richardson is injured.
I mean, there you go. So like he's injured and he's tired. So
I think he's done for the year.
is he really? See, I didn't even know that, man.
Yeah, he's done for a year like a month ago, bro.
Yeah, man. So that's the whole thing. We were so caught up in your web of waxing, about Daniel Jones. I didn't even know the dude was hurt. I didn't know he was done for the season because I'm following you. I'm like, man, you know, I'm blaming Andrew Luck for stuff. We'll have some clips about that on our IG page.
Bro,
I'm
keep
blaming
it real though. You
blaming
would really
Luck.
want Anthony Richardson back
Huh?
if Anthony Richardson was healthy. You would want him back in the game over Daniel Jones.
I mean, Daniel Jones can't do. He's limping around back
Bro,
there.
Daniel Jones threw 2 touchdowns and 200 yards last game. Like
200
maybe he.
yards for an NFL quarterback. Shador
I,
Sanders threw for what for a buck 70 something.
I understand that, but he threw no interceptions.
He not
I don't,
supposed to. You don't get
bro.
a
I
pat on his
don't.
back for that. You're not supposed to.
He's playing on a fractured fibula. You want to throw him completely under the. You want to bring back Anthony Richardson? Like, bro, I'm okay if they cut him.
Let me back up
Like,
real.
we talk about bringing him back.
Let me back up for a second, man, because you are one low expectation having dude, man. If you're like celebrating Daniel Jones not throwing an interception, he's not supposed to throw interceptions, bro. He's a pro. You're not supposed to throw interceptions. I mean, am I wrong? East side.
Bro, if Josh Downs catches that ball on third down, I think they get the first. That's not his fault. He put the ball on the money. He let it fall right to the mat. He gets the first, and we're in position to get the tutty at the end.
I don't
How
know.
you putting everything on Daniel Jones, and the stuff that you're not putting on Daniel Jones, you're putting on me? Like, bro,
Listen,
like
this is
this
how it
is.
goes, man. Quarterback gets all the glory. Everybody was glazing Daniel Jones. And listen, the Colts are my team, man. Don't get me wrong, but I'm a realist too, bro. It's like at some point we knew like our start was gonna we had to be careful with that, man, because it was just too good to be true. It was Carly Ursay, and it's her on the sideline. She her being on the sideline. She's a owner that knows what to do, and I'm like, all right, that's gonna get old quick too. And then they gonna start blaming her, and then she broke out the weird looking sneakers and everything, and people had something to say about that. It's like, why can't it just be like we have guys on the field that are capable of doing what they're supposed to do and they're playing good ball? Sauce Gardner going down. Like, have we heard anything about Sauce? I thought it was an
No,
Achilles.
Calf injury.
It's calf. Okay,
that
so
usually is the precursor to an Achilles.
pretty much. So that's the last freaking thing we need right now, man. It's
But
like
real talk, like the Colts got weapons in the secondary. Like, how is the defensive coordinator not figuring out how to stop that pass? Regardless of Sauce being in the game, we got Travarius Ward back, and Kenny Moore used to be a Pro Bowler.
right.
Those are talented guys.
A lot before Sauce got there, so I'm not really concerned about that. It's just I don't know, man. I look at the two for if it's a Achilles and he's out next year, the two first rounders aren't looking so good. You know,
Well, I mean, also, if the kicker makes that kick, the extra point, then all we need is a field goal at the end of regulation instead of having to go for the touchdown. The Colts, they ended up releasing that kicker, and so I don't even know who our kicker is now. Who is our kicker now? I don't even know.
I don't
I don't
know.
think they called out a kicker, but all right, that's enough on Colts. Just because I don't know if we could the people out there could take that much Indianapolis football here.
I need you
Um,
to stop glazing Daniel Jones, though, man. We need to
I mean,
get.
at least they got the Hoosiers. They're number 2 in the country right now.
yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I think the surprise game. See if you guys agree with me. Of this past week had to be the Dallas Cowboys beating the Kansas City Chiefs. Props to the Dallas Cowboys on beating the Kansas City Chiefs. To me, like that was surprising because the narrative was set after the Chiefs beat the Colts. Kansas City is back. Here they come. They're going to take over. They're going to make their big run to the playoffs. Dallas Cowboys say, wait a minute, not so fast. Pickens goes bananas, and the Dallas Cowboys take down the Kansas City Chiefs 31-28. Zeke, what did you make of that game and that performance from your squad?
Um, I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking about not even watching the game. Um, because I was expecting. I don't know. I guess it's years of being a Cowboys supporter. You just waiting for the lollipop to get snatched, so to speak. So I figured after uh beating the Eagles, we kind of let our guard down and get boat raced at home on Thanksgiving. But the boys stepped up, and Dakota is um making me look good. I told y'all weeks ago the boys playing like an MVP, and y'all was like, absolutely not. Um,
Whoa,
what?
whoa,
Okay, you had my back, Dave. My bad. You had my back.
whoa.
Those haters up top was like, nah,
Okay,
nah, nah. But
whoa.
yeah, I mean, he stepped up and did his thing, and um, I'm still not gonna count the Chiefs out as long as they're not mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. I'm not betting against Patrick Mahomes pulling some kind of late run or late season run out. And I mean, dude knows nothing but AFC championships, so it wouldn't surprise me to see him make the AFC championship again. Um, so yeah, just like I always say, the Mets are gonna Met. I still believe that the Chiefs are gonna Chief, and they're gonna. I believe they're gonna find a way. If you force me to put money on it either way, I'm leaning towards them making a run and making a deep run in the playoffs. But yeah, shout out to Dak. He's balling. You think that game's more surprising than? I'm not gonna mention the other game that I want to mention because I told Josh I was gonna be nice. I think the most surprising game was the Bengals and the Ravens.
Yeah, that was
Everybody
actually what I was
everybody was
going to
talking about
next.
how the Ravens are back and Lamar's back and everything's looking up and they fought their way back to leading that division, and then in one game it was like, oh, never mind, Joe Burrow's the man. Like we were all saying Joe Burrow shouldn't come back and it's a waste of time and blah blah blah, and he just goes out on Thanksgiving like the prime time game and shows everybody. I can't believe I forgot he won comeback player of the year twice already in his career. Like that's ridiculous. Um,
Bro, you know what's crazy is no one wants to win that division. Like, if the Cowboys were in that division, they'd be first place.
yeah,
So, I mean, the Steelers, I mean, they look like they're destined for another Steelers year. 500 ball club. They were chanting during the game, which is what we were getting to next, was the AFC North. I mean, they used to be one of the toughest divisions in football. Joe Burrow, the Steelers always being above 500 competitive, hard nosed JJ Watt football, right? Lamar Jackson always being the crown jewel of that division. Uh, you're getting a lot of sloppy, messy, terrible football from every single team in that division, top to bottom. And the only one that seems to have at least somewhat of an excuse is the Bengals because they lost Burrow. But even that was terrible performances on defense. Um, is is it over for Lamar Jackson, guys, or is that taking it too far?
I said it a couple weeks ago. I'm not betting against Lamar. I don't think it's over. I mean, you can have a down year and still bounce back. This is his down year. He missed time with injury too, I believe. So I mean, it is what it is. Even if they scrap their way to a 500 season or finish a game or two over 500 and don't make the playoffs, it's a disappointment. But I don't think it means it's over for Lamar. The man is talented. He's got a lot of talent in that right arm of his and his legs. So I'm I'm not gonna say it's over for your boy. I've but again, I've said I'm biased. I'm pulling for Lamar. I'm always hoping that he does well. Sometimes even when he plays against the Cowboys, just because I want to see him be successful. So yeah,
Josh, what do you think about Lamar?
What do I think about Lamar?
Yeah,
Uh,
you think he's washed, or you just think it's what you.
I wouldn't say he's washed, but I think that it's typical of Lamar as he is on a Ravens squad. He's good with padding his personal stats, but when it comes to all the way around, I just don't know if he has it. I don't know if he can get it done in the big game. To me,
Mm.
that's the ultimate tell of a great QB is if they can get it done in the big game when
You
they're
know, it's
nothing to
crazy
call.
because I hear what you're saying, and I would push that argument over to Josh Allen. That's why I can never get excited about Josh Allen, man.
Agreed.
Training camp, everybody's like, because they do training camp here, and then everybody's like losing their minds. You want to see, and I'm like, for what? For them to get to the big game and not do anything? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be standing out there in that heat out there, man, at St. John Fisher for nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Man, I love it, Josh. Oh, Josh is so quiet, and then he just comes out with just a boom. That's a take and a half, bro.
he's right.
Oh,
It's like if that's what
Yo,
we're
that
my
gonna
that
man,
Lamar Jackson is a stat pattern.
he
no, bro.
literally
But
just
listen,
he in so many words he said Lamar Jackson is no Jalen Hurts. That's all that
That's
was. Even
Or a
without
Patrick
saying Jalen
Mahomes.
Hurts, he was screaming Jalen Hurts throughout that whole
Or a
thing.
Patrick Mahomes.
Mhm.
I mean, you just get, I'm just always going to default to Jalen Hurts because he won last year when there was
Because you always default to Jalen Hurts, man.
40 some of the other QBs that have won before him.
So yeah, I tell you what is concerning is that we've seen mobile type quarterbacks have the career arc where they're good, huge drop off. And I would say that that career arc was very similar to Mike Vick, very similar to Cam Newton, very similar to even Russell Wilson, who I wouldn't say was like, a running quarterback, but he was definitely mobile. And once he lost that aspect of his game, if the bottom completely fell off. Now I'm hoping that's not what we're seeing with Lamar Jackson because I would contend that he has a better arm, surprisingly, despite all of the noise that he's received throughout his career than every single one of those quarterbacks. Mark Jackson is an excellent thrower of the football. We are not seeing that this year, though. We are not seeing that. He's making some terrible decisions with the football, fumbling like crazy, interceptions, running into bad luck on top of that. And yet, if I had to pick the winner of the AFC North, I'm still picking the Ravens, bro. Who else you gonna pick? Who got a different pick than the Ravens for the AFC North? Let your voice be heard
Listen,
now.
eh, dark horse Bengals.
Dark horse, sure, but is that your pick? Is that what you would go with?
I
I
mean, if you
would.
want me to take the spot of hot take Peasy tonight, yeah, Bengals are
I
going to
would
win the
too.
North.
Joe
There
Cool
you
bought
go.
out tonight, man. That
So
dude.
both of y'all both on this, y'all both on the Burrow train.
Oh
If
yeah.
if I had to, if I had to pick somebody other than the Ravens, it would be the Bengals. I don't think
Yep.
the Ravens are going to run away with it, but if they do, it's going to be like barely winning the North over the Bengals. I think as much as I love Lamar, I think he'll pull it out. It wouldn't surprise me if the Bengals, like if Joe Burrow put them on his back and ran off a string of 4 or 5 games and fought their way back to that division
I
to
think
win the
that's
division.
that's
It
going to
wouldn't
be a hot
surprise me at
take. We're
all.
going to have to circle back to. I think you might be a prisoner of the moment right now, man. I think
I
I think the Ravens still got this.
listen. I'm not. I don't doubt that, but I don't think it's as. I don't think they're the default winners. It wouldn't surprise me if the Bengals came back and won this division. They got the leader back. They got all the weapons that they need. Go out and win the division. It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Now, since let's just stay on the AFC North for a second, in honor of our mutual friend Dave Vargas. Let's talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers and what their fans and my brother Dave has been chanting for a long time. Am I
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Jam has
Yeah.
been on Fire Tomlin for a minute, man.
Every year.
He's been on that for a minute, and I've been a defender of Tomlin because that guy is like I don't think he's ever had a losing season, and he may not have a losing season this year. They're on trajectory to still finish at least 500. Nine
That's
and eight,
500
nine and
right
eight.
now.
But if that was the coach of your franchise, would you be happy with those results?
No.
Not at all. Because you finish 9-8, you're gonna get what 17th, 18th, 19th pick every year. You're really not, unless you just hit the steal of the draft. You're not drafting anybody dynamic that can help catapult you over that hump. So I mean, mediocrity year after year after year is just, as a fan base, you get kind of stagnant. Just like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Now, who among you put that mediocrity on Tomlin, or do you put that mediocrity more on the GM?
Dang.
That's tough.
Any one of you chime in.
I think it's
I'm
a dual. I think it's dual. Honestly,
Yeah. Who is? I don't even know who their GM is.
me either.
He's the dude that traded, George Pickens to the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, I love that guy.
Yeah, sure you do. He could have
Here's,
had
here's the thing.
could have
This is
had
how you
Pickens
gotta look
and
at it,
DK.
right? This is
The
how you
guy's
look
name
at
is
it, right?
Omar Khan.
So check this
Omar
out.
Khan.
Check this out. If this was so, it's a business, right? Let's start. Let's start there. It's a business. If this was a corporation, how long has Tomlin been there?
Long time.
Very
Long
long
time,
time.
right? 10 plus years, right?
Yeah.
At least.
If a CEO comes into a company and he's brought in there to bring growth, right? Your job is to bring the growth and to grow the company, grow revenue, cut down costs, what have you. Okay, you get somebody that comes in and for 10 years they just break even. No growth. There's no, hey, this year we made 200 million. Next year we made 400 million. We just every year just a winning season, just breaking even. Do you reward that? Do you continue to reward that, or do you start looking for somebody that's going to bring you to, take you to the next level? As much as I like Tomlin, man, I think he's played out in Pittsburgh. I just think that the fans are sick of him. I think they want that next level. They don't want the, oh, I'm keeping us, breaking even. We're not in the red. We're not in the green, but we're not definitely not in the red. We just every year I'm making sure the company stays open and blah blah blah. They don't want to hear that, man. They want banners, and I think that's where they're at. They feel like they've given him enough time to bring banners there, and he has not done it. And so
Yeah.
I'm not for like calling for coaches to be fired. I'm calling for I have to look at it from the Yankees point of view. I'm no longer looking for Aaron Boone to be fired because Aaron Boone, he can only do so much. I'm looking for Brian Cashman to be
I was
fired.
about to say you want Cashman's head.
While Cashman is gone, I want his head on a spike, bro.
Dang.
You feel what I'm saying? And that's not
I,
Well,
that's
I, I t-
not godly in any way, but they did that in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Now let me stop.
So,
Go
so
ahead, chime in, Z. Oh, go ahead, Josh.
here, let me just real quick say before Zeke gets his point in. Um, 19 season Tomlin has been with the Steelers. That's 304 games that he's coached as head coach. He's won 189 and lost 113. Two ties. The win loss in the regular season is .625. And then out of the 19 seasons, the Steelers have been to 13 playoffs.
Mm.
Once
And see, that's the problem I have. But I guess I'll save my take because I know Zeke wanted to chime in. Go ahead, Zeke.
Zeke's froze.
nah, I was just gonna say it's not a good look when you got Ben Roethlisberger and James Harrison chiming in saying, "Yeah, I think it's time for a change." Like
Ah,
Roethlisberger even went as far as saying, maybe he'll be good at Penn State. Like he already relegated him to college.
dang.
Like,
That's crazy.
and I mean,
That is
and you're talking
crazy.
about. I mean, he's. I was gonna say before when you were asking how long he's been there, he spent 15 years as Roethlisberger's coach. And if I remember correctly, I don't think it ended all that great with him and Ben. Like there was, I think I recall some kind of tension between the two of them. But he said, "Yeah, I respect him, I love him, but maybe it's time for a change."
You know what's
Yeah.
and then
crazy about
James
the
Harrison
Roethlisberger
on a
thing, though?
different.
Ben was a questionable kind of character himself, though.
He was.
Yeah, we're
He
not
got
gonna
a
get
lot
into
of
that.
gall, but
Come
the
on,
bigger
man.
thing is Tomlin kept him longer than he was supposed to, bro.
Yes.
So he has a lot
Absolutely.
of gall to sit there and dog Tomlin when Tomlin should have put him out the pasture and didn't, and took a lot of flack
Right.
because he didn't.
Yep.
So so we could pack Roethlisberger up, bro. We could pack him up because I don't want to hear anything from Big Ben.
Well, what about James Harrison chiming in and pretty much saying the same thing? It's time
Debo is
for him to go.
different. Debo's a different story, bro, because he was in those trenches, and he knows what it takes. And if I remember correctly, he was specifically pointing at the defense. I don't know if Tomlin calls the D there, or if they have a D coordinator or what. But Debo was speaking to what he could speak to. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that. He's earned the right.
Oh,
We're losing you, Zeke.
What
You got
happened, Zeke?
connection problems.
Zeke,
Yeah, he's having some technical difficulties.
movie.
But
Well, I will say this. Like, I'll just give my take until Zeke gets back in. Um, I I think Tomlin is probably he's borderline Hall of Fame coach to me. The man is amazing, man. I just got so much respect for Mike Tomlin, man. I just really do. Um, I don't know that I put all of the Steelers' shortcomings on Mike Tomlin. I would take Mike Tomlin in a heartbeat as the coach of our franchise. I would take him in a
No
heartbeat.
question.
Um, yeah, yeah, without question. He don't
I
need to go
just
to
said the
college.
Steelers need a different voice. I didn't say the Colts couldn't use him.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of this does fall on the GM. I mean, why would you let George a talent like George Pickens walk out the door, right? Why are you drafting the way that you're drafting? Like, I mean, give the man like something to work with. Like you go after Russell Wilson one year, Aaron Rodgers the next year. But are you drafting anything for the future? Who's your quarterback after this year? Right? How do you not pick up someone in the draft that you could at least give your fan base hope that okay, Aaron Rodgers is here, but we got someone who he's tutoring, that he's trying to raise up. Like you're not thinking big picture long term. What's the business plan for the Steelers? You know what I mean? Like what's the long term vision? And I don't see it. And that's the GM. The coach is supposed to work with the ingredients, right? And the GM is not giving it to him. So like I put a lot of this on, but I understand where the Steelers fans are coming from. And if they think like it's time for a change, I think it's on the ownership to give a complete overhaul. If you're gonna get rid of that coach, get rid of the GM too, because he's not the only problem.
yeah, but also too, I mean, like the Steelers have had such a bad rap when it comes to the locker room and specific characters that have gone through that, especially in past years. Right? You get the Ben Roethlisberger drama, you get the Le'Veon Bell drama, you get the
Yeah.
the Brown drama, you get the Pickens drama as of recent, and it's like this is all they're getting nonstop, and it's hard, right, when you get a guy like Pickens who is a great talent, a great receiver, and he's trying to fight for his career as well, and he's begging the franchise like, yo, put somebody behind the line that can throw the ball to me so I can go up and make good plays for you guys. But at the same time, it's about how you present yourself, right? And so it started to look like a repeat offense of previous issues in the locker room. So I think we kind of like fell right in this perfect time frame where the the traumatic experience of those players from history kind of fell into what looked like to be a similar situation with Pickens, and now I'm sure they're regretting getting rid of him because of how well he's playing with the Cowboys. But
How
unfortunately,
well he's playing with a good quarterback. The Steelers GM has not drafted quarterback except for Kenny Pickett. And he turned out to be a terrible pick, and he hasn't really made it or latched on with any other team. But How come you're not adding more logs to that fire, right? Like I don't understand. Like you need a franchise quarterback. This is a quarterback driven league. Like how are you just putting everything on Steelers defense, terrible towel, and not investing in the most important position in the sport? Like to me, it just makes no sense. Aaron Rodgers was never going to be that solution. You had to have a complete system, an ecosystem around him.
Yep.
And if you think Jalen Warren is going to be like the next JT, like stop it. Like that's he's been good this year, but he's no JT, he's no Bijan, he's no Jameer Gibbs. Like what weapons does he have besides DK that the Seattle Seahawks were willing to give up on?
So
You know
then,
what I
so,
mean?
so then, what excuse do they have then? Is your question?
They got a mediocre roster and probably I would say like a bottom third of the league roster that my man Mike Tomlin consistently makes at least better than average. So that would be
Okay,
that
so
that that would be my take.
here's your mediocre roster. They beat the Jets, big deal. They lost to the Seahawks. Seahawks are on a they're playing great this year. They beat the Patriots. They beat the Vikings. They beat the Browns, big whoop. They lost to the Bengals, lost to the Packers, beat the Colts, lost to the Chargers, beat the Bengals again, and lost to the Bears and Bills. I mean, their schedule is not a slump of a schedule. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those teams that are playing pretty good ball this year. And not for nothing, they beat some pretty good teams. So I don't know what you're really arguing when it comes to a mediocre schedule because
Who
or
said mediocre schedule?
team, no, mediocre team. Sorry, I misquoted you there. A mediocre team because with their mediocre team, they're beating some pretty good teams this year.
No,
So
they're mediocre again this year with a mediocre roster. I didn't say mediocre schedule. I said mediocre roster.
that's what I meant. Mediocre team. That's
Yeah,
I checked myself. With a mediocre roster, a mediocre team, they're beating some pretty good teams.
that's good coaching. I would say that's good
So
coaching
then the coaching isn't the problem.
because you see what bad coaching does, and we can transition right into the Philadelphia Eagles offensive coordinator, man. Because what is going on with that offense, bro? Like,
Tell me.
this past week, they were egging the Philadelphia fans, egging the offensive coordinator's house.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys hear that story?
Yep.
Yep.
They were egging the offensive coordinator's house. Guys, this is why I was we had this conversation, was it last week where I was there like no offense, but I could never I always will probably root against the Eagles because their fan base is just trash to me. I'm sorry. But it's they're like, bro, y'all won the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah.
You guys are in first place in the division.
Yeah. Tell us
You
about
gonna
it.
terrorize this man's family?
Was he the offensive coordinator last year?
Bro, you're in first place. First place.
That's because you have great talent around you. And your
They
defense
gave the ball to Saquon 21 times or something like that. He's got 4 yards of carry. That's it.
again
He wasn't.
because of the offensive scheming. It's too easy. It's too easy to call. It's too easy to play against. The schemes are simple. They're not anything that is like out there and spreading the ball and showing the abilities of the players and the talent that you have on the team. And again, that's what everybody is barking at. And I don't know what's taking Howie Roseman, Nick Sirianni, and the owner Lurie. What's taking them so long to get rid of this coordinator and get somebody in there? Like, go get Dable. Go get somebody who can do something on offense.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't sleep on Dable,
do
man.
something, bro. Like, do something. Dable is not. Maybe he's not the best fit for this.
Listen, I agree the offensive coordinator is trash. But you
Yes.
know what else is trash? Philadelphia Eagles fans, man. You got the Philadelphia Eagles fans are trash,
Who pays
bro.
the
They're
bills?
just trash.
Who pays the
They are
bills?
probably the worst fans in the league. They are
Who
probably the worst fans in the league.
who pays the
I don't
bills?
even think who's a close second to the worst fans other than Philadelphia fans. Philadelphia Phillies, Philadelphia Eagles, worst fans in the league.
I don't know,
Absolutely
man.
trash.
I don't know. Buffalo fans like to beat up the visiting
Tables.
fans
Yeah.
themselves, man.
Yep.
Harass them.
Yeah, that's true too.
Push
That's
dudes
true
to the
too.
fans.
You know what's crazy is that I swore I did not like watching football live because the only stadiums I went to was the Bills when I, growing up. And I was there like, man, NFL is a terrible live experience. And so I only like going to baseball and basketball games. And then I went to a different stadium and I was there like, you know what? Football is fun to watch live. And it was just because, you're not at a stadium where the fans are just, not great to be around. But yeah, they're a close second. They're a close second.
Hopefully the Bills.
Um,
Hopefully the leadership will do something, man, to like make that environment different at the new stadium, man. Because I hear about so many people that would love to go to Bills games, but Bills fans just like turn them off because they just don't know how to. They don't know how to regulate them, man, and make them act right.
we posted the video story on the Ops Facebook page, and on that story, it was talking about how a lot of the fans were going to be disenfranchised when the new stadium comes about.
Yeah,
And
It's Zeke and Chris. They're trading places
bro,
this week.
I just caught whatever virus that Zeke had. But I thought it was interesting because it was there like, man, you feel bad for the fans that have been supporting the team and the franchise for a long time, that they may be disenfranchised by the new stadium, the new PFLs, and the price hike. But I'm there like, man, if they get a higher clientele, it might actually be a more enjoyable experience to go as a visitor now. I'm just saying, because like the
Who they
environment they
like?
created there was just terrible.
It's
It's
still Buffalo.
Buffalo and Rochester that's going. Like what kind of clientele you increasing,
They're not coming down from Toronto.
bro?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's a
But
wrap, bro.
yeah, maybe it is a
Buffalo.
wrap. Buffalo is just gonna be Buffalo.
Yes, sir. And
Oh well.
Philly's gonna do Philly.
Irredeemable. Both of the cities. Irredeemable. All right, let's keep it moving, fellas. Y'all want to jump into the shortstops or Lane Kiffin?
nah,
Wait,
let's do shortstops. Go ahead, Josh.
real quick. Back on the NFL topic, I am surprised that no one said the biggest surprise, the biggest upset of this week was the Panthers beating the Rams at
Yeah,
home.
that's bananas, bro.
What? Nobody considered. And Stafford threw 3 picks.
They were not
That-
prepared. I don't care what
Bro.
Sean McVay says, bro. They came in there thinking that they were going to bully them.
Absolutely not. And Bryce was looking like a baller, and Bryce has not been anything. I don't know a single person who's picked Bryce up as a QB in fantasy. And
That's the barometer of that, right?
that dude has been. He was balling that game, like balling.
Any given Sunday, man, some fluky things always be happening. I kind of chalk that up more as the fluky. I'm not down on the Rams at all.
That's an upset, bro. That's
That's definitely an upset. But I mean, not as big of an upset as you think. The Panthers are actually decent this year. Look at their record, bro. They're actually decent.
I see their record, but I'm just again looking at like
It's an upset from the standpoint of Bryce, man. Like
Yeah.
saying again with these lower, we have such low expectations for this dude, man, because he doesn't. To this point, he hasn't given us anything. You know.
He still hasn't. Even after that game, he still hasn't. But, they're doing enough to win. The coach is a really good coach, and he's using that running game to, like no one's business.
schedule's
So,
been pretty easy this year, honestly, too.
hey, but they're winning their schedule, and they're tied for basically first in the division, or close to first in the division, right? All right, well, let's keep it moving, fellas. Let's throw up All-time shortstops.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we
All
go.
right. Yeah, we need the little intro music. So,
Nah,
um,
you don't get intro music till you redeem yourself, huh?
Facts.
I'm not the one that needs to redeem. And so,
Yo, here we go.
Right,
Super
right.
cushion.
Dude already tripping.
all right. So, what we got? If you guys are unfamiliar with the with how this works, I list off 10 all-time players, right? And the guys have to pick without knowing who's coming next. They have to keep three, and the rest they cut.
Time out. Before you proceed, I need you to stop misleading the audience because last week you did not list 10 all time players. You just
No,
listed
he
10
did not.
randoms and made us choose from Drek.
Yeah.
So PZ lists 10 players and tries to play gotcha instead of getting a legit three players for the
All
all
right, all
time
right,
at
all
their
right, all right,
position.
all right, all right. Sour grapes, sour grapes. Let's keep
This
it
week is
moving.
going to be the top three shortstops from the 1974 season.
You're off by 1 year, but close.
Yo,
No, just all right. Let's throw up the list. We coming in hot with the first one. Let's go. Let's go.
Boom.
I knew it was
Dear
going to be
Jeter.
PZ.
Yeah, of course, man. Got to throw him up first. Now we got a Braves fan for those that don't know, and a Yankees fan. So this is going to be interesting to see because they have to agree on who to keep and who to cut. My feeling is Dave may want to keep Derek Jeter. Maybe he should. What do you do? Love it.
so your feeling would be wrong. Derek Jeter was a great baseball player. He was not a top three shortstop in the game of baseball. He was beloved in New York, still is. But when you just come down to it, man, the people that are there's other people ahead of him, bro. And he's just not top three. Sorry, Zeke. What do you think?
I agree. I just didn't want to be the one to say it.
Nah, bro.
Okay.
I think
Hey,
it
they're
carries more weight if
unanimous.
it comes from you. So,
You ain't
yeah.
gotta miss me on that.
Jeter, afuera. Get him out of here.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
It's
I'm
believable.
surprised too. I thought they were going to keep Jeet.
No.
Number
All
two.
right.
Bam.
Harold Reese, also known as Pee Wee.
Why y'all wilding on Pee Wee Reese, man?
Listen, man.
I
Pee Wee
appreciate
Reese
him
is a
for.
10-time All Star. 10-time All Star.
I appreciate him for befriending Jackie. No,
All right.
Yeah.
Pee Wee is gone.
He was a lot of things, but top three he wasn't.
Jackie has
Okay.
been Jackie Robinson for those who don't know.
Yeah.
He
Your
was
folks
key
know.
in making Jackie Robinson comfortable in Brooklyn and Los Angeles. So yeah,
All right.
but no.
Let's throw up the next one, Josh.
Boom.
Nomar Garcia
Come
Para.
on, man.
No, I'm not even gonna waste time on this, man.
Josh, hit the
6-time
button,
All
please.
Star. All right.
Josh, hit
He
the
got
button.
cut. He got cut.
All right, number four.
They might take this one. Let's see.
Boom.
Absolutely.
Ozzie Smith, the Wizard.
Absolutely.
The Wizard.
So let's talk
15-time All Star, 13-time Gold Glove. I thought this was probably the most surprising stat was the 28 career home runs. That's insane to me. If you guys cut him because of that, I wouldn't fault you.
No. I'm keeping Ozzy.
Nah, man. Ozzy was. They didn't call him the Wizard for nothing, man.
Yeah, that's the Wiz. We're keeping Ozzy.
All right, so they're keeping Ozzy. We got one. I told you they might keep that one. Let's throw him up. The legend in the baseball card community.
Boom.
Who's next, Dave?
Yeah. Honus Wagner.
Honus Wagner. There you go, brother. Hall of Famer. I don't think they had All-Star game appearances back then, but he was an 8-time batting title champion from the shortstop position, and he finished his career with a 328 batting average, over 101 home runs. 131 career WAR. I do not think you'll see a better WAR on this list.
So
Just
let,
so you know.
I think me and Z gonna go at it on this one because okay, so this man's nickname was the Flying Dutchman. Okay,
Hmm.
and he was a phenomenal. He to me he is shortstop. Like when you think of shortstops, man, look at this WAR, man. Look at these stats, bro. It's unbelievable. Lifetime 328 batting average. This dude, he could have had 4,000 hits, man. Look at this dude. All right. Now the home runs, who cares? He wasn't a home run hitter, but what Honus Wagner is infamously known for is at one point his baseball card, the what was it, the T
T206 or something like that.
T206, right? Was the most expensive baseball card ever sold. So he has that infamy. It really, and the irony is that the card was so worth so much because it was scarce. Because they used to put these were tobacco cards. They used to put them in packs of tobacco, and he was very much anti-tobacco, and he asked them to stop putting his card into packs of tobacco. So that's why there were not a lot of them printed because he did not want to be aligned with tobacco. So, what do you think, Z?
Keep her cut. Music ran out.
Me for Jeter, and I'm leaving this one on you.
Um, baseball card legend, MLB The Show legend. I'm looking at the stats. It's hard to say no. Um, we can keep him.
Hey,
Only
Ooh,
because I'm not expecting too much more from Peasy. We got
listen,
Ozzy, we got Honus Wagner.
you got 5
So
more to choose from after
yeah,
him.
I know, but it's gonna be Ray Ordonez, Francisco Lindor, Ray Sanchez, Jose Reyes, whoever
Jose
played for the
Reyes
Mets.
is gonna be Frankie Lindor.
Jose Reyes
Yeah.
is a beast, bro. 100 career
Who?
WAR. No, I'm just
Who?
playing.
What? I'm not picking
All
Ray
right.
Ordonez.
So
So yeah, we'll keep
y'all
we'll
keep
keep
it.
Honus.
Y'all keep it. Let's go.
Devastating right hook too. Ask the ladies.
They kept two. They can only keep one more.
Ooh.
And maybe they wanted to keep this one. I don't know.
Wait.
Two-time MVP.
No.
Robin Yount.
Yeah,
Two-time MVP. It's rare to win an MVP award from that position. He's won it twice. Three-time All-Star and a Gold Glover. And you can see the stats there. 285 batting average for his career. 251 home runs, respectable. 77 WAR.
man.
Keep her
Here's
cut.
my thing. Here's my thing. I want this list to have some legitimacy, so I'm holding my last pick for one guy
Me
that
too.
needs to be on this list for
Yeah,
this top 10 to have some kind of legitimacy and
yeah.
validity.
You know
So
that
I'm
guy
not I'm
could have
not
been
wasting
on
that
another
last pick
list,
on Robin Yount.
right, Z?
All right.
What happened?
Cut.
I said that guy could have been on another list, but he wasn't.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, cut.
Cut. He's cut. Next up.
Last 4, baby.
Oh, this is the best shortstop of all
Cut.
time, Francisco
Hit the button,
Lindor.
Josh.
Did
Hit
I
the
say
button.
Four-time Silver Slugger,
Josh, hit the
five-time
button.
All-Star, two-time Gold Glove.
Josh, hit
More
the
home
button.
runs than anyone on this list so far.
Hit the button.
They just disrespectful.
get him
Mets all
off?
day. I got to put him on the list. He deserves to be on that list.
Last
That's
3.
all.
America, he deserves it.
Number 8. Boom.
Barry Larkin. Barry Larkin.
He's not that.
MVP, 12-time All-Star, okay?
Josh, hit the
Three-time
button.
Gold Glove, 9-time Silver Slugger. For those who don't know, Silver Slugger is when you are the best hitter at your position that season. He won it 9 times. 295 batting average, almost 200 career home runs, keeper cut.
He's out of there.
Next.
All right, Barry Larkin is gone. They're going to have a hard time cutting this. They're going to have a hard time cutting this.
Boom.
Ernie, Mr. Cub Banks. Woo! Two-time MVP, 14-time All-Star, Gold Glover,
Runs, baby. Look at
500, 512 home runs,
these.
512 home runs.
Z, can we
Keep or cut?
Do we trust PZ?
No,
Keep
I don't
or
trust him
cut?
as far as I can throw him, and I'm pretty sure I could throw him pretty far at this point.
Yeah.
Look,
How many? We have one pick left, don't we?
I know,
and,
and
and Jose Reyes hasn't shown up yet.
See, here's the thing with PZ. The person that we want, he
he'll
knows
Hey,
he'll
this
leave
is
him
not
off the
about
list.
Peasy.
he
This is not about Peasy.
and he knows that he would keep him for last to keep
Or
sweating.
that's the thing. He wants us to pick Ernie so we don't pick the next guy, or he wants us to not pick Ernie, anticipating the next guy, but it's going to be like
Jose Reyes.
Mario Mendoza.
ooh. This is one of those. This is one of those. Oh, it
It's
doesn't
going to be
matter.
Luis Aparicio.
Let me ask you this: if you didn't pick those first two picks that you picked, would you have picked Ernie Banks over any of those two?
Who do we go? Jeter and Ozzy?
Nah,
No, no,
man.
you went Ozzy
Not
and
Jeter.
you
We went Ozzy and Honus Wagner.
yeah, Ozzy and Wagner.
It,
Nah,
if
man.
Dave hadn't made such an impassioned argument for Honus Wagner, I probably would have passed on him only because I know him for the baseball card and his status in MLB The Show, the video game.
Honus Wagner is the best to ever do it. Like if you read about that dude, man.
That's the thing. I haven't read too much about
You
him.
gotta
I know the name.
Wagner, man.
Yeah.
All right, so
Ernie
Ernie
has a
Banks.
strong argument. Chris, I'm gonna trust that you did the right thing, and I'm gonna pass on Ernie Banks.
Dave, unanimous.
I'm letting Zeke is leading us to the promised land. So let's go.
All right, they passed on Ernie Banks. Hey, do we got any music for the last one, day, Josh?
I don't have anything really. Hang on.
Put some salsa on for Jose Reyes. I mean, for the next pick. I'm sorry.
I don't have any salsa. I
Some
got
salsa music. You know,
hip hop. I got some background
I
music right here.
I need to get in the mood for this last choice.
There's no salsa, bro. There's no salsa.
Pass me a mata. Throw on some salsa.
I need to hear like a Baltimore waltz.
Yeah.
Baltimore waltz. That's what I need to hear.
I don't trust him, bro. What are we doing, man? What are we doing right now?
Boom!
Thank you. Thank you.
Cal Ripken Jr., guys.
Almighty.
He's more of a shortstop than a third baseman, in my eyes. Ernie Banks, he was a first baseman too, to be fair, but he won his Gold Glove at shortstop. So to me, he's a shortstop. He got injured halfway through his career, so he actually split half of his career shortstop, half of his career first base. You could say a similar thing to Cal Ripken, but when I think of those players, I think shortstop.
Yeah.
And so Cal Ripken Jr.
Very happy with our choices, Z, because Honus Wagner, man. Like, if you please, guys, read up on Honus Wagner, man. Honus Wagner was the best to ever do it at that position, man. Just read up on him, and then the Wizard. Come on, man.
I'm not gonna lie, my list would have been a little bit different than yours. I would have went with Ernie Banks personally. I would have went with Ernie Banks.
Over who?
I would have actually went with Ernie Banks over both Honus and over Ozzy.
Man, get drunk.
Over Ozzy?
Yeah, the man hit 28 home runs. Like if he was like, who would you rather?
It's not. Look, shortstop before this man right here. Shortstop really wasn't about offense. Yeah, Ernie Banks hit a lot of home runs, but like you said, he split time between shortstop and first base. Ernie Banks was an exception, but Cal changed the position. Shortstop wasn't about how far you can hit the ball. Shortstop.
Oh no, I'm not saying over Cal. I didn't say over Cal.
I'm not saying over Cal. What I'm saying is before Cal came along and changed what that position is supposed to be, Ozzie Smith was the prototypical shortstop. Somebody who would slap the ball around, steal some bags, but played the heck out of defense at shortstop.
Yes.
No, for sure. He
Cal
was the
opened the
wizard for a
door
reason.
for the likes of Jeter and A-Rod and Garcia Parra, the bigger shorts, Tulowitzki, those dudes who were 6'3", 6'4" with pop. Cal opened the door for those types of dudes, but shortstop was the Ozzie Smith. Ozzie Smith was the prototype.
All right, you
Like
guys
Bro,
have
but
before
I'm
Ozzie was Luis Aparicio, the dude I mentioned earlier. He was a wizard with the glove. He's not going to hit the ball much farther than first base in the outfield, but he was a wizard with the glove. He could lay down a
I
bunt. He could steal some bags. Yeah.
but he to me, I hear all that. But his best season was 6 home runs. I'll
I don't
take the
care
guy
about
who
the
won.
home runs.
Hold on, let
He
me
could
finish.
hit the
Let me
ball
finish.
anywhere
Let me
near
finish.
Ozzie. He was a Hoover
Let
vacuum
me
cleaner, dude.
finish. Let me finish. I'll take the guy who won a Gold Glove the year he hit like what 47. Give me that guy. I still get Gold Glove defense. You trying to tell me? And I get
How many Gold
47
Gloves did
home
he win?
runs,
How many Gold Gloves did he win?
bro. For my money, I'm going with the guy who hit
How many
500 home
Gold
runs.
Gloves
He
did
hit
the
almost
man win?
500 more home runs, bro.
How
Like
many
if you
Gold Gloves did he
Ozzy,
win? I don't want my
bro,
shortstop hitting home runs. It's a bonus if he can hit home runs. But
where are you playing Ozzy Smith on the current Atlanta Braves team in that lineup? He probably's batting ninth.
okay,
You mean I could get Ernie Banks for that? Nah, I I take Ernie
listen,
Banks,
we
bro.
had we had Nick Allen this year playing shortstop, who was a wizard with the glove and batted ninth. We had White Ozzy.
And look at where that got the Braves.
I'm pretty sure Nick Allen wasn't the problem.
Bro,
Our
Ozzie
starting
Smith
But
rotation
he,
being
he
on the
wasn't.
IL
But he
was the
wasn't the
problem.
solution. If
13
you
consecutive
swap
gold
Nick
gloves
Allen with Ernie Banks, you good.
We're not making the playoffs
here,
because
man.
Ernie Banks
Probably
can't
are.
pitch.
No.
You can hit that many home runs, they're not gonna matter. All right,
What? Okay, you lose the game 9-8. Woo! Instead of 9-3. Come on.
all right,
13
fellas.
consecutive gold gloves, man. 13.
six
Yo,
matters.
can we get somebody else to pick the list next week?
I got you
Bro,
guys.
you know what's crazy is that the 13 Gold Gloves is impressive.
No, no,
He's
no, no. I
easily
didn't
got
say
more.
13 gold gloves. I said 13 consecutive gold gloves. That
Well, no,
means
he was
that means for 13 years nobody was touching Ozzie Smith at shortstop.
for sure, for sure. Excellent defender, no doubt. Best defender. Couldn't hit a lick.
Couldn't hit him.
Yeah, but so like, isn't it true that defense wins championships? Like, don't you have to defend so that the other team can't score on you?
Oh boy. Yeah.
I'm not trying to slight Ozzie Smith. I
No,
actually
yes,
have
you
him
are.
four. I'm slighting him because I don't have him top three. I got him four.
You know what's funny about this? Here's what's funny about this. You said he couldn't hit a lick, right? Yet, and we're not talking about home runs, right? We're talking about batting average because he,
Yeah,
as a shortstop, we're not looking for him to hit home runs, right? He hit higher than
it's a
Cal
bonus.
Raleigh.
It's definitely a bonus, but
He hit higher than Cal Raleigh career wise. So is he still a bum?
everybody
Is
pre
Cal Raleigh a
two
bum?
thousands, bro. Everybody pre 2000s hit better than than Kyle Raleigh, bro. Like everybody was hitting over 300. That's not today's game. I mean, that's just it's just pitchers weren't also throwing 100 miles an hour out of the bullpen in the sixth inning.
PZ, this is what I want you to do. I want you said pre 2000s, right? I want you to start at 2000, right? And what I want you to do is go look at the all star teams, right? That got put together American League, National League from 2000. I'll say give you 10 years. I'll say from 2000 to 2010. Go look at the batting averages of the all star players from 2000 to 2010. And then tell me that Cal Raleigh is not supposed to be hitting that average. If you're an all star, bro, you need to be putting up big numbers.
Here's the thing: we say today's game, even 2000 to 2010 seems like ancient history compared to what today's baseball is. Man.
It
Yeah,
does,
that's
but
unfortunate.
still, look at their batting.
No doubt about it. I would much rather see the olden days where dudes, if they had a bad batting average, we're batting 260. Because I mean, he's batting 260. And real talk, like yeah, you're right. In today's lineup, that's probably your number five hitter if he can actually touch 260. Because everyone else is at 220, 230, which is I think more of an indictment on today's game than anything else. But we'll get off our pedestal. Let's go ahead and if it's okay with you guys, let's keep it moving. Um, let's throw up that next topic, Josh.
All right, let's see.
Great job this week, guys. I think you did great though.
Here we
Thanks.
go. We're talking Lan Kiffin.
All right.
Not Lan.
So Lane, Lane. So Lane Kiffin accepted a head coaching job over at LSU, taking over a program that recently fired their previous coach. Kiffin will not coach Ole Miss in their upcoming college football championship game, but I believe they're what ranked number six, right? Which is impressive for Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Kiffin stated that he wanted to finish the season with Ole Miss, but his request to do so was denied by the Ole Miss athletic director Keith Carter. Kiffin's deal is reported to be 7 years, 100 million plus incentive, 25 million a year in NIL money. Fellas, Kiffin leaves again. He's getting destroyed in the media for up and leaving these kids high and dry in the middle of a chance to win a national title. Because when you're in the big dance, you got a shot. Fair or foul, Lane Kiffin leaving Ole Miss. Dave.
I'm going to defer to my brother Z.
Nah, I want to hear what you got to say, man. I want to hear what you got to say on this one.
All right, man. I'll put it to you like this, brother. This is a business that we work in, right?
Mm-hmm.
The NCAA created this little thing called a transfer portal. Do you know what that translates to? It translates to no loyalty, right? And if I'm not mistaken, you can transfer up to in your 4-year college career, if you have one, you could transfer up to 3 times in that portal. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
3 times. That means a student athlete can up and leave 3 different coaches high and dry whenever they want to. No loyalty, right? They can go chase the bag and go anywhere that they want. However, college coaches, they're not supposed to do that. They're supposed to be held to a higher standard, according to some people. And to me, I feel like what's good for the goose should be good for the gander. Now, you're telling student athletes who are supposed to be going to school to get an education, all right, and the athletics is a pathway to them getting that education because they come on scholarship and they have the tuition is free in exchange for them playing sports. Now, the coach comes along, coach is like, I got offered a better job to go somewhere else. Um, and I think I'm going to take that job. Yes, he's recruited people, and that's his job. While he's there, he's supposed to recruit players. That's his job. If he wasn't recruiting players and telling players, you should come here and play, he wouldn't be doing his job because that's what he gets paid to do. That's what Lane Kiffin did. Now, everybody's like, oh, Lane Kiffin's been all over the world. He's gone to all these different schools. He's promised these kids, that he's going to give them playing time and that he's going to be there. And it's like, and for him, yeah, in his mind, yes, I'm going to be there because I have a job that pays me well. And then another job opens up for him that has been on his bucket list or is a part of or is written in his script of his career where he wants to be. He's not supposed to take that job. He's not allowed to take that job. He's a pariah because he wants to take that job that's offering him more money. Since when is any employee not allowed to go to uh, another job to make more money, to better their lifestyle, to better their family's situation? I'll go spiritual on you, okay? How would we feel if we're attending a church and we decide we're not getting fed at that church and we want to go somewhere else? And then we get jumped by the deacon board and the pastor and says, you know what? You can't go to another church. What? What? You think that's going to happen? Josh, is that going to happen to you? No, I don't think so. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen in the cut either.
Nope.
So telling this man that he cannot live his life and go out and seek another job and seek more pay, that's ridiculous, man. Lane Kiffin can go wherever he wants. Now, all of the stories are coming out about, oh, the players are saying, oh, we didn't stand up in the meeting and say we want him. And so what, man? Y'all gonna lose anyway. Ole Miss, y'all not going anywhere. Fans, y'all wasting your time. It doesn't matter who they put in there. Even if Lane Kiffin was there, you're not winning the natty. This guy is going $100 million over 7 years, 25 mil a year budget for NIL. Okay, and this is somewhere that he's been wanting to coach. I need people to stop hating on Lane Kiffin, man, and just let that man live. And the thing is, here's the bigger thing. What is Lane Kiffin taking his job? How does that affect your household? How does it affect what you have going on every day? It doesn't. Let that man live. And all the NCAA is already teaching no loyalty. Don't put that on Lane Kiffin talking about he's disloyal and all of this stuff. The portal started that mess. NIL started that mess. These guys are playing for money now. They're playing for money, jewelry, what do they call them now? The grills, and they're playing for Bugattis. That's what they're playing for right now. You got an idiot out here in California that was at Tennessee and he left because he wanted a Bugatti. A Bugatti. Are you serious right now? You're getting a free education and you're getting a probably a one-way ticket to the NFL if you play right, but you're worried about a Bugatti, and we barking on Lane Kiffin because somebody says, "Hey man, come down to Baton Rouge, 100 mil, and you have full reign. Bring your staff too. Oh, we're gonna give you 25 million a year to bring talent in here. They need to stop sweating Lane Kiffin, man."
Zeke, what you got?
Oh, by the way, you know what? USC fired that man on the tarmac. You want to talk about loyalty? This dude came back from coaching his team in a game. He did not even get to go get his luggage. He didn't even get to go inside and get his luggage. They fired him on the tarmac, bro. Really? Loyalty? Miss me with that, man.
Zeke.
I don't have a problem with Lane Kiffin going to LSU. I have a problem with Lane Kiffin going to LSU right before the college playoffs start. I don't understand why Lane Kiffin. Okay, I don't understand why LSU couldn't wait. All right, your season is
Thank you.
over.
Thank
Your
you.
your season is over. So LSU could have waited and said, you
Yes.
know what? When you're done with your season at Ole Miss, come down and coach. Um, I don't know what kind of deadline they gave the man. If they say, oh well, if you wait, we're just gonna go on. If LSU really wanted Lane Kiffin, they should have waited until his season was over with Ole Miss. I think it's a bad look where you got. I've seen where players got a bad rap for not playing in bowl games and not finishing out the season. So why can't a coach get a bad rap for you're leading your team to one of the best records in the country. You got one of the top teams in the country, and all of a sudden you're just gonna leave to go because this is your dream job. I kind of liken it to back when the Knicks traded for Carmelo. The Knicks could have gotten Carmelo in free agency because everybody knew Carmelo wanted to go to the Knicks. They traded a good chunk of their roster to get Carmelo Anthony when they could have kept those players, still had Melo, had a better shot at making some noise. I don't understand why LSU couldn't wait until Lane's season was over. That's the biggest problem I have with this. I don't have a problem with him going to coach LSU. I mean, loyalty. I'm not huge on loyalty like that. I know sports is a business, especially college sports. It's long since been a business. Now they're just pulling the covers off with NIL. So now it's legal and it's accepted. So they broadcast it more. But sports has long since been in business. College sports has long since been in business. Lane, go get your money. Just finish out the season. Like finish out what you started. You got a good chance at doing something big in the playoffs. Finish that out. If you guys get bumped in the first round of playoffs, all right. Now go coach LSU. What is a few weeks difference gonna make? I don't understand why it had to be right now. That's the biggest problem I have with it.
Can I ask
I
you
don't care
a
that he's going
question
to
though,
coach
Zeke?
LSU. Just you leaving your team right before the playoffs start. It's not a good look. Dave mentioned the transfer portal. Imagine if Shador wanted to go play for some other team at the end of last season because Colorado was not winning and not going anywhere. Oh, let me go play for one of the playoff teams so I can go. Nah, he's not transferring in the middle of the season. He's transferring when the season's over. So why can't Lane wait until the season's over? Why can't LSU wait until the season's over to bring him in?
Can
That's
I
my
ask
biggest
you?
beef with
Can
it.
I ask you a question, Zeke?
What's up?
So I'm thinking about something in recent past history where, um, yeah, I'm gonna talk about my Eagles. They went to they went and played in the playoffs. They lost in the playoffs in in Phoenix, and oh no, they lost in the Super Bowl in Phoenix. And before the team even left, their defensive coordinator got a job in Phoenix as a head coach.
Hmm.
And they said like, yo, actually there was like discussions during Super Bowl week with the Arizona Cardinals and the coach. And they're
Okay.
like, yo, what if that was the reason as to why there was some issues with the play calling and everything, right? I say all this to say this. Lane Kiffin probably had this interview pre the Ole Miss playoff time, right? What if that could also be lingering over Lane Kiffin's head? Like, all right, if we go into this postseason, I'm already gonna. I know I'm gonna accept the LSU job. I've already gone through the details here. We go into this Ole Miss season, and let's say we lose. Are they going to hold this over my head and saying that I was working on getting another job and that was the reason as to why? Maybe he was just trying to avoid
Listen,
all
at
of
that
the.
point, at that point, it doesn't care. I mean, if you know Lane Kiffin, you know he doesn't care about the controversy. I mean, they were booing him as he was getting on the private jet. And you think he batted an eye? No, Lane Kiffin doesn't shy away from the controversy. That's why I don't feel too bad for the backlash that he's getting. Like I agree, go get the bag, but at the same time, you had to know what you had to know this wasn't going to be a good look, and you had to know the backlash was going to be as swift and brutal as it has been. But in the case with the Eagles coach, I mean, first of all, you're talking about grown men, you're leading grown men. Head coaches in college are supposed to be setting some kind of example for the team that they're coaching, right? What kind of example is this where, yeah, I want you to stay and play this out. Good luck on your future endeavors. I'm going to go, not just leaving, he's going to the rival to try to make them better while you're still preparing for the playoffs. It's like, come on, man. That's just
Just a question.
and it would be different if the Eagles coach took the job before the Super Bowl. You see what I'm saying? Like
Well,
he went out or before the playoff game or whatever game it was. It
he
would be
did,
different
though.
if,
He
huh?
did. He took it
He
before the Super
absolutely
Bowl.
did.
It came out the night before the Super Bowl.
And he stayed and coached.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
coached that Super Bowl and they lost.
Do you think that made a big difference?
I think it did in the locker room, yeah. And
I
and
don't know, man.
Mm,
actually and actually the offense had a better game that like the offense was doing their job. It was the defense that was giving up the yards and the numbers to Patrick Mahomes.
That's Patrick Mahomes though.
Yeah, but we crushed him the next time we saw him in the Super Bowl. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think it's a good look. I mean, yeah, whatever. It could be a distraction, blah blah blah. He went out and coached in the Egg Bowl, and they handled their business in that game. So I
Yeah.
don't understand why it be. I mean, the rumors were out there, and where there's smoke, there's fire. So Lane Kiffin knew that he was going to LSU. They just
I'll
had to make it official. But he went out and coached in the Egg Bowl, and they handled their business. So I don't understand why it'd be different than a college playoff bowl game.
t-
These kids want to win. So I mean, they're not everybody's getting paid big money. Like win or lose in the NFL, you're gonna get paid. It might be like some kind of bonus or whatever, but win or lose, it'll hurt in the moment, but that check's still gonna cash. So they're good. College, that might be the last game that a lot of those players played, so they're gonna go out and give it their all.
yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think there would have been any harm in letting him finish out the season at Ole Miss and then doing what you gotta do at LSU.
Let me just
That's
let me
To
say
add
this.
fuel to the fire, though, real quick, the last time Ole Miss won a national championship was the only time they won a national championship in 1960.
Was Archie Manning the quarterback?
I don't know.
No,
Did he play at Ole Miss? I know Eli did. I don't know if Archie
I
played at
don't
Ole
know
Miss or
where
not.
Archie played.
Yeah. Archie did play at Ole Miss because yeah, Eli followed in his dad's footsteps.
The quarterback was Jake Gibbs.
Never heard of him.
Dude,
Me either.
I'm gonna say this, man. I wanna wrap this up with this. Okay, these players, they were all too happy to jump on Twitter and all of their socials and talking about, oh, that's not how any of us remember it when Lane Kiffin was talking. We don't remember any of us saying we wanted him to coach us and blah blah blah. I better not read about a single one of those players from Ole Miss jumping in the portal and trying to go play for LSU because they want to sit there in the room and they want to try to clown him. All right. The man met with them. The man told him he wanted to stay, regardless of if the players spoke up and said, well, we want you, if he embellished that, whatever. But the fact that they came out and they wanted to bury him and make him look stupid, I better not see a single one of them jump in the portal
I
trying to get
wouldn't
him
want him
that
coaching either. You
25
gonna
mil.
take another job with that team? Heck no, you can't coach us. I don't
But you know
know.
what though? I'm telling you, it's the culture. They'll sit back, they'll get on their little Twitter and say all of this stuff because right now it's cool to pile on, right? It's cool to pile on to Lane Kiffin. But when Lane Kiffin gets in there, right, and he throws that purple suit on, right, and he's walking around with that backpack with the 25 mil in it, 25 mil per year, they're gonna give this dude a budget for NIL alone. I guarantee you. I guarantee you at least three players from Ole Miss, they're gonna jump in the portal and try to be there. I guarantee you. See, that's the thing. That's the corniness of these kids, man. It's like they'll get on there and they'll talk all of this stuff, and they want to jump in and want to pile on. But when they start waving the stacks around, they're gonna be front row trying to get a piece of it.
All right, fellas. Uh, let's keep it moving because we're running out of show. Let's go to the weekly roundup.
Let's do it happened today first, then we'll close it up with weekly.
Oh, okay, get it. Throw it up.
Here we go.
Yeah, so
Zeke, what
back
do you
in
got?
1988, that man Barry Sanders took home the Heisman Trophy. Yo, when y'all get a chance, go look at Barry Sanders' records. He still holds a lot of key records in college football that I don't know if they're gonna get touched. I mean, the man was a beast, and we all know
Yep.
what he did in the league. I, hindsight being 2020, Barry was better than Emmett. Um, I never wanted to admit that back in the day because Emmett was my guy, but I think if the roles were swapped, Barry's career would have been a lot better than what it was in Detroit. Barry was a beast.
Yes, he
Barry
Yeah,
was.
for
Sanders.
my money,
It was one of
he's the
those. It was
greatest
one of
running
those
back of
shocks
all
where it's
time.
like, wait, Barry Sanders retired? He played like 10 years in the league. He was like, yeah, I'm done. um,
Yeah,
and then our other occurrence back in 1956 on this day, Wilt Chamberlain made his debut at Kansas, NCAA debut. The man went 52 and 31 in his first game for the Jayhawks. Yeah, Wilt was that dude from the moment he stepped on the court. Um, He's a legend on and off the court. We're not gonna talk about that
Yeah, I was gonna say he was that dude off the court too.
though. So yeah, shout
My
out
man
to
was
him.
the original Wemby,
Yo,
just dwarfing over everybody, and
yeah,
Yeah,
no one could touch him.
like just
yeah.
crazy. Wilt the still.
I'm the
All
dude that Philadelphia fans ran out of Philly. Crazy.
Bro, all of their sports heroes don't finish their career with Philadelphia because the Philadelphia is just trash. Iverson didn't finish his career with Philly.
Reggie
Who else?
White.
Reggie
Reggie White didn't finish his career with Philly. Bro, Donovan McNabb didn't finish his career with Philly, right? These dudes were
Are you
legends.
calling Donovan McNabb a legend though?
Donovan McNabb took him to the Super Bowl. Andy Reid, they ran him out of town. This dude is
Peyton
trash.
Manning
Get him
didn't
out of
finish
here.
his
Donovan McNabb
career
was
in the
busy
Colts.
throwing
Bro, you
up
know
on
how
the
many
sideline.
players
Just
took
ask
their
T.O.
team to the Super Bowl? That sounds so
Bro,
whack.
Andy Reid,
To the
they
Super Bowl.
ran him out
Did
of
he,
town. This dude is trash.
did he
Took him
win
to
it?
multiple Super Bowls.
Peyton Manning
Bro,
didn't end his career with the Colts. Get out of here, man.
Dang.
Get out
Man,
of
that
here.
FedEx driver
bro, they
delivered
just
multiple
trash.
packages to my
I
house
mean,
every
Trash.
day.
I don't want to hear
Did he
none
took
of
my
that.
Peyton
job?
didn't end his career with the Colts, but that
Get
don't
out of
mean
here.
Philly fans ain't
I don't want
trash.
to hear none of that mess.
Get out of here, man. Donovan
All
They,
right.
they threw ice balls at Santa.
Facts. Probably batteries too. Just trash. Bro, what stadium has a jail inside of it?
Buffalo.
That's
Buffalo
Philly.
and Philly.
Philly.
So keeping it
If
real,
they
Yankee
needed
Stadium.
to.
Yankee
This whole
Stadium got a jail?
podcast.
Huh?
Yankee Stadium had a jail in it?
Yeah, they got central booking over there, bro.
Dang,
Word?
homie.
Heck yeah.
Bunch of thugs down in the Bronx.
You telling
All
me
right.
Boston doesn't have one, though?
Huh?
Fenway? Does Fenway have one?
I don't know.
They probably
You know what?
don't, man. Their
I have to,
stadium's so
I have to
old. Where
ask
they gonna put it?
my son-in-law knows about that. So Ilmatic knows about that.
Mm.
I have to ask him. I don't know if I know the old stadium did. I don't know if the new stadium though.
They don't throw you in jail in Boston. They just lock you in a room and make you watch the ball go through Bill Buckner's leg 100 times.
Oh, snap.
Yo, that's wild.
86, baby. Anyways, let's keep it moving.
Weekly roundup.
Weekly roundup.
86. Dave, you got that picture?
Yo, I keep it on.
Nah. There's no reason for that, bro. We're trying to finish the show. Let's stay on task.
Hey, you know that skit that Jalen Rose and Kobe does when he says 81? All I
Yeah.
gotta do is say, I don't say
86.
86, I say 89 cents.
Bro, let's stay on task. Weekly roundup, please, Josh. We got to
89.
get this show on the road. We only got like 7 minutes left.
Ready? Here we go. Denver Broncos linebacker Alex Singleton returns to the field 3 weeks after cancer surgery. And can I say this? My man balled out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he did his
Dude,
thing.
He balled
I
out.
heard this story and I was like, we got to talk. My man got his diagnosis and then went out and played a game. He only missed one game.
Mm,
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's ridiculous.
mm.
That's
Shout
Like,
out to
to
Alex
have an
Singleton.
operation down there and then be like, when can I get back on the field? That's different. And like you said, Josh, he balled out. Like, he was all over the place. Like, he
Everywhere.
didn't miss a beat.
Listen, no.
No
Again,
pun intended.
yeah, Alex Singleton was an Eagle a couple of years ago. My man was all over the field even then. Like, that dude is just a beast. Honestly, he's somebody I wish we never got rid of. For
He's
real.
a Bronco now.
He is a
Oh,
Oh, man, for real. Well, before we skip this topic, I want to say this, all right? Because I've been through a similar situation that this young man has been through. I can't tell the men out here how important it is, man, for you to go get checked. All jokes aside, put all the macho crap aside. Put all of the doctor's just gonna tell me the same old stuff, or oh, he's just gonna charge me to tell me this. You know what? That charge might save your life. Go to the doctor. Let the doctor check you. You got blood in your urine. Get yourself to the doctor immediately. Stop playing around with your health. It's not, everybody thinks it's macho. It's not, to avoid the doctor, right? I'm gonna tell you what's cool and what's macho. What's cool and macho is growing old and having your great grandchildren bury you instead of your children. So get to the hospital, man. Get to your doctor. Go to your checkups. Do all of that stuff, please.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Facts.
no
All
doubt.
right. Well, let's. I want to jump down to this first. Let's talk about what happened with Chris Paul. Um, Chris Paul. This is like breaking news. Chris Paul was released by the Los Angeles Clippers. And for those who don't know, Chris Paul, they called him the point guard because of his prolific play throughout his career. If you look at like what Chris Paul has been able to do to the franchises he's been a part of, those franchises, they may not win the
Smart.
championship, but they do win.
Mm-hmm.
He always improves the record over the years of the team that he's been on. And this year, that has not been the case. But this year is also the year that he's decided to announce that it was going to be his last year after, I think, probably a Hall of Fame career. I don't know if you guys would agree with me on that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so he announces his retirement and he goes back to the franchise where he probably has his most memorable portion of his career because he bounced around to many teams. Um, and they cut him. They cut him. And they didn't even they sent him home. they sent they sent him home while he was on the road.
Mm.
He was an
I
agent, bro. They sent him back to Cali. That's kind of
Right.
cold blooded, man.
Now I don't know if you guys heard like some of the details that are starting to emerge, but some people are speculating because we haven't heard this directly from Chris Paul or from the coach of the Clippers, Tyronn Lue. But they were saying that there was a rift between the coaches that Tyronn Lue to the point wasn't talking to Chris Paul for perhaps weeks. For those who know, Chris Paul, he's a professional dude. Like, you know what I mean? He's gonna check you. You know what I mean? He's gonna, hey, move over here, get over there. You need to do this. You need to give me more, right? He's gonna check you, and that's why his teams always improved because he held people accountable. And apparently that didn't rub people the wrong way, especially in a losing environment like the Los Angeles Clippers are this year anyway.
And isn't he
Fellas,
like the president of the Players Association or something too?
former president, I don't think he is anymore.
Former.
Um, but yeah, he was a president and he was respected throughout the league. And so, fellas, is this perhaps, I can't really think of any personally, is this perhaps the most disrespectful way for a person to end his career?
Mm.
I can't think of any comps.
Okay. I'm gonna take this to a totally different platform. Um, I don't know how many people we got out there that follow wrestling. CM Punk got fired from WWE via a letter from Vince McMahon that arrived at his doorstep on his wedding day.
Hmm.
Um, Mickey James got fired from the same WWE, and she found out when everything that was in her locker, she found it in a trash bag. That's how she found out she was no longer with the company. Um, those are pretty disrespectful. As far as professional sports, mainstream sports, this is pretty bad, especially given the magnitude of the player that we're talking about. Chris Paul, like you said, Hall of Fame player, widely
Respect.
respected throughout the league. Um, to just send the man home like, yeah, we're going to Atlanta, but you're going to Los Angeles. Um, and you're getting future endeavored on the way back. So that's crazy. Like the part that kills me is like, oh, we're gonna help him with the next part of his career. Like, just cut the man so he can figure that out on his own. Like, what are y'all gonna do for him? I don't understand that. You gonna give him a front office job? I don't think he wants anything to do with y'all right now. So yeah, just let him go finish his career the way he wants. This is a retirement tour, and y'all like, yeah, it's not gonna be with us. Bye.
You know what's crazy to me is that retirement tours are chances for these franchises to sell tickets. I want to see Chris Paul one last time. You know what I mean? And to
And
just let
especially
the
on the
guy
road,
go.
don't they get parts of like the gate when they're on the road?
Perhaps, but I mean, even at home, bro. Like, you know how much, like, especially whenever his last game is, how much fanfare that's going to attract from stadium to stadium. There's a lot of times where you have like players chasing a record, like an all time record, right? Like in baseball, like they're almost to the most home runs with that franchise, or the most home runs, or they're almost to 3,000
Albert
hits, and
Pujols when he
people
was
are
chasing 700 home runs.
perfect example, perfect example. He packed stadiums on that tour. He was well past his prime, and everybody knew it. Although his last season was pretty decent, he was well
Last
past
second
his
half of
prime.
that season was crazy.
Yes, and he packed the stadiums, and for them to just completely like let go of someone he may not be playing well. I think he's got like 3 assists or something like that average, or maybe 3 points average. He's not playing well, but the man was going to pack stadiums for you, and just to completely let that go, especially when he's a guaranteed contract. You still got to pay that man his money. It's just bananas to me.
I don't know if he. I don't know if people are going to be coming out in droves to see him on the retirement tour, just because he wasn't playing that well. Like this isn't Kobe. Like Kobe was still balling, and everybody knew Kobe was going to do something special in the last game, and he went out and he dropped 50 on him, right?
Yeah,
So I mean, you're expecting Kobe to go out and do Kobe type things. I mean, were you going to come see Chris Paul hoping he gets 20 assists? I don't know.
fair enough. Dave, all right. Dave is speechless.
I,
Maybe he wants to talk more about.
I'm not speechless, man. I'm not a Chris Paul fan, bro.
Okay, fair enough.
I feel
Let
like everywhere he's gone, you're like he's made them better, but I just feel like he's also made like killed the morale, and and like or just taken the young player that he's supposed to be mentoring and kind of made them like hate his guts. You know what I'm saying? He's always had that reputation as that dude. Just you know,
rub people the wrong way a little bit.
so I'm not really. I've never really. I wish him well in his retirement. He's a Hall of Famer, but I've just never really been a Chris Paul fan.
All right, so let's do these quick hits. Let's try to get our last two topics in and out real quick. Uh, One of the things we wanted to talk about was LeBron James. In a recent game, JJ Redick had to call a timeout late in the third quarter as LeBron fraternized with the Suns bench players, completely ignoring Redick yelling for his attention. And so, fellas, LeBron James has been in and out of the lineup this year as I think he's taking rest days, but I mean, I don't know how you can prove or not prove that. But here's the video up on the screen. Do we have audio with this, or is this just video?
Nah, there's audio with it.
Does there?
I'm out, and the officials don't see JJ out on the court.
Okay, I don't hear any audio.
49 seconds left in the
You guys don't
third.
hear
So
it.
the
I'll
second
pick it
and
up.
third quarters
All right, well that's
basically
fine.
belong to the
And
Suns.
so, hey guys, does LeBron James care about the big picture anymore? Does he even care about the regular season? If he don't care about the regular season, should we?
Bro, I don't care about the Lakers. Forget their
Period.
regular. Like, I think I will start really liking, and caring about what the Lakers do when LeBron is gone. I want to see Luka take over the team. I couldn't care less what LeBron does. It's time for him to pack it up, go home, get
Yeah.
Bronny in the gym, him and Bryce, and decide which one of the two are going to be, going to carry the torch. And I think it's going to be Bryce because Bronny just don't have it.
Yeah,
And listen, I don't want to talk about people's children and stuff, man, but I don't think Bronny has it, man. I just don't, you know. But
When you have a dad like LeBron and the career that he had, you're living in the shadows forever, I feel like.
yeah, man, without question.
All right, from one Laker to another, rest in peace to Eldon Campbell, passed away at the age of 57. Anyone want to chime in on a little soliloquy on Eldon Campbell?
Uh, I just remember him as one of those dudes who he had a role and he played that role very well. I believe I read he was in like the the top 40 all time in blocks or something like that.
Mm.
Like that's nothing to sneeze at. My man, he wasn't flashy. He wasn't Shaq. He wasn't Alonzo Mourning. He wasn't Ewing. But he wasn't letting you get to the whole. He played that old school hard nosed basketball where if you got by the guard, you didn't want to see him standing at the rim because he was either gonna block the shot or he was gonna foul you and make you rethink some things. So um, it's sad to see. We had a lot of deaths lately, man, and young, like 57. That's not
Yeah.
old by any means. So I mean, I don't know,
Mm.
man. But condolences to his family. May he rest in peace.
For sure.
RIP.
Well, make sure that you, like Dave said, get screened. We talked a little bit about cancer. We talked a little bit about death. Sad way to kind of end the podcast, but hey, I hope everybody had a very happy Thanksgiving this past week and that you got to spend some time with your family and your loved ones and your friends. And yeah, we're heading into the Christmas season here. Remember the reason for the season, fellas.
Amen.
And yeah, I'm grateful for everybody that was here on the podcast. I know we said that last time, on last week's show. But I hope that you guys had a great time on the show with us, as we always have a great time with you. Make sure that you like and subscribe and share. And we will see you guys all next week.
Absolutely.
Deuces.
Deuces.